really wanted to get involved with those younger instructors to really help them out and be their support, their support system. I think that's what we are as the CSIA, and that we're trying to help each other out in that way and just sort of connect with them again. I think we connect with them in the level 1 and level 2, but we really want to just keep them going, keep them part of our industry, because that is our future. These are the guys that are going to be coming through and being a part of the new level 4s, the new look and face of the CSIA, and I really was really stoked to be a part of that.
First of all, the proposal included the purpose, which was, at this point, the younger demographic in Alberta is absent and silent from CSIA programs, mostly, including our regional modules, events, PDPs, and so on. So through a lot of discussion with Heather Robertson, and thanks to her, we came up with a program called Project Y. And essentially what it is to get our younger pros ideas so we can create some value for them by initiating those ideas for them. Right now, like I said, they're not involved. And also perhaps maybe create a network of motivated pros that are in Alberta. So the method was I contacted all the ski schools in Alberta and invited them to nominate their top male and female pros under the age of 30. And each one of these were invited to an under 30 module that we dubbed Project Y. They're also invited to the Spring Fling in Jasper, and the snow schools were invited to the Spring Fling in Jasper as well. All of these programs were free and funded by the Alberta Committee. The results were that we got 25 from across Alberta, 25 nominees from 12 different snow schools. And the support was enormous from the schools that participated. They're they got it right away when they understood what we're up to, which was done through an email. For example, from Jordan, he said, this plan should help drag some of these guys into training modules and then get them into the habits of training by adding some incentives to these guys to their modules. Initially, we might show them that this can be lots of fun. Jordan also asked for some support from Snow Valley for this type of program and was received enthusiastically, including swag and even a pair of skis.
So Don Corrin and I were teaching a course in Edmonton this winter, and we got chatting, and I think Don shares the passion that I do still, and you know, it's been our lives, it's been our career, and so we started to talk about how we still needed to reinvest. And one of the things we were noticing in Alberta on the modules is there was great attendance, but the demographics was perhaps a little older. And having been a snow school director at various snow schools, I felt, why are we not seeing sort of the youth influx? And out here too, they're very affordable in terms of a module. So we got brainstorming and thought of, let's kind of come up with an idea, and the idea was to pick the top 30 male and female ski pros under 30 and pass it out to all the resorts within in Alberta. And in doing so, it helped to engage the ski school directors to have some ownership of it, and then really look to who in their ski schools they felt were young and leaders and keen to go forward. So in saying that, then we thought, well, we need to find the right fit. It wasn't necessarily Don and I, but we thought, how about a Kyle Armstrong or a Sophie Norton? And so both, young, very talented level 4s and very active within the CSIA. So that's kind of how it originated. And from there, then it was taken to the Alberta board, and right away there seemed to be a mutual excitement about it, and it was a really good initiative to do something within our region and hopefully start to pull from the base a little bit more.
When Don and Heather brought the Project Y idea to the Alberta Committee, it was instantly met with positive feedback from everybody on our committee. we'd identified early in the season or planning for the season that we were doing a good job of reaching a lot of instructors across the province, but not necessarily the ones who are working full-time in a resort, who actually made their living from ski teaching, and coincidentally that demographic just happens to be on the younger side, on that under 30 side. Our committee is made up of a bunch of volunteer pros like myself who are now over the age of 30 or even a little older, and it's an opportunity for us to give back and help give some benefit to the members around, the same kind of benefits that we all derived as we were getting into the system and having fun and working through the system when we were all full-time in it as well. I think it's just shown us that there's absolutely generations and generations of ski instructors out there who care, and the more we can connect, the better. When we all think of our own personal ski stories, and mine's no different, it's about those connections that you make, and we all find a mentor or mentors through it. We all find that group that we go through together, and yes, we're out there for our own development, but it's really that community of ski pros, and whatever we can do as a committee in our region to help forge that and make sure that will continue, we need to make sure that we keep growing that.
What I did growing up as a ski pro was I learned the technical side of things through our courses, and I think the technical side of things really gave me a good basis of how to play on the snow, but I had to make that link myself. I had to sort of make that link of, okay, how am I going to develop edging in something that's 55 degrees, rather than getting shown that and getting shown tactics how to do that. And I think how we can develop and where we're going with things, and how I teach students on the mountain, which is to use those features and use those terrain situations and tactical situations like boxes and rails and all that kind of stuff. And I try to use that to my advantage as much as possible. I had to draw that link myself, but I think if we can support our ski pros with those connections more often, that'd be really beneficial, and I think that's what they're crying out for, and that's what we have the ability to do that.
Nice! What skill are you working on?
A lot of stance and bounce and just being comfortable in the skis, being able to move around in the skis.
Cool! Go for it! Yoo-hoo! Nice!
Of the 25 nominees, 8 signed up for Project Y at Snow Valley on March 2nd, 17 for Project Y at Sunshine Village on March 3rd, and 11 of those 25 joined the Spring Fling event. Joe Couture was inducted that evening into the Alberta Hall of Fame, and his comments were so much about the energy and varied age groups within the room and how this thrilled him to see the potential again within our organization. One of the great things about this group of individuals was that they are all really good and nice people and should be supported. These are the top pros from Alberta.
I think one of the main things that I did take from them for what we're doing and producing with courses is that we have to keep it fun, keep it light, and really be focused on the tactical approach to our organization, how to really connect with our end client, with what are their goals, and that it's not as much a technical side of things, but a tactical, how they can go and grasp what they see on the videos and try to see a little glimmer of that within their own skiing. It could be from wedge skiing to big mountain jumping off stuff or going in the terrain park. They see that all the time and they want to be a part of that. I think that's the one thing that I really did take from them. There's a couple other things that they were talking about, just keeping it fresh, keeping our marketing towards our youthful members and keeping them involved and to identify with them. That's with Facebook and with good website management and all that kind of stuff. Another thing was that we have to go to them. It's harder for them to get to us. We need to be their support in their home areas, wherever that may be. If it's in the mountain here at Lake Louise, or if it's at the small hill at Snow Valley in Edmonton, we have to go there and show them that we care and we are supporting them in what they do. And what they do is what they do every day on the snow.